morning, Pooter High School. My name is Tom, and I have retaken my rightful place as anchor here on the PHS News.
And I'm Riley. Welcome to today's episode. Tom, how have you been?
Really sick.
Cool.
Yeah. The news, right. Kaleidoscope submissions are open and are due March 6th. You can submit up to 5 things in each of the categories.
The kinds of things you can submit are 2D art, 3D art, photography, prose, poetry, cover art, original songs, woodworking, math proofs, videos, and more.
If you want to submit to Kaleidoscope, go to the PHS homepage, click on the Students tab, scroll down and hit Submit to Kaleidoscope. Then log in with your student email and password, and follow all the prompts to submit your work.
It's so awesome that Pooter High School encourages the students to be creative here.
It really is. Speaking of creative stuff, the PHS Media Center has a cool new addition, so here's Christian to tell you all about it.
Hey, it's Mr. Benson from the library. Right now we have 225 Rubik's Cubes here at the front of the library. This is from a group called You Can Do the Cube. It's from Rubik's, the company. And what they do is they send out a whole bunch of cubes to schools to allow us to work on building mosaics like we did here with the Pooter logo, as well as just, building excitement for the cube and learning how to do it yourself. So even if you've never done a Rubik's Cube, it's literally not that hard, and it just takes a little effort and practice. And so not only are we building mosaics, like I said, but you can also come in and learn how to solve a cube by using one of these cool guides. And like I said, once you kind of learn how to do it, you get faster and it's really fun. So yeah, these are available to come and try and play with here in the library. We're also thinking about having some contest of who can solve a Rubik's Cube the fastest. So even if you don't compete in those, you can come and watch. So keep an eye for that. We'll have these cubes here until the end of February.
That's so cool. I could never solve one of those things.
Why not, Tom?
I get frustrated too easily.
I see. And now, sports. Today at 6:30 p.m., girls varsity has a basketball game against Monarch at Monarch. Also at 6:30, boys varsity basketball has a game against Monarch as well, but here at Pooter. Tomorrow, there will be a wrestling match against Rocky here at Pooter at 7. And on Friday, both of our girls and boys basketball teams will take on Boulder High School at Boulder. We hope you all will be able to make it to these games tonight to show our team some support, as well as the ones on Wednesday and Friday.
Reminder again to use that cool Superfan app to earn points and get some cool prizes. Now this next announcement is for everyone that isn't a senior, as seniors are graduating. Next week during advisory, there is the What's Next class fair, which is a giant fair to show off all the cool classes you can take next year. Registration is coming up fast, and you don't want to miss the chance to check out all of what Pooter has to offer. There are loads of cool classes you can take, like TV production, where you make the school news, and TV production, where you learn to use professional editing software and make awesome projects.
Smooth plug. In the big gym, there will be lots of career pathway classes with concurrent enrollment information so that you can get free college credit while taking classes right here at Pooter. There will also be businesses that can tell you about jobs and careers available. Make sure you stop by. Now let's transition over to Andre, who is bringing us a segment all about the DMV.
So you're going to go to drivers. Then you're going to go to I'm a driver under 21. Then you're going to go under permit and general information. Then you're going to select your age, and it will tell you what you need before you go to the DLO and what you need to bring. Now you're going to hit home. Then you're going to hit schedule appointment. Then you're going to hit written test, and then hit your local office. Then hit the single arrow to skip 1 month and the double arrow to skip multiple months. The available dates are shown in green. Now you're going to hit the house icon, and if you want to schedule a drive test, hit the drive test and the following will be the same. Now back to Tom and Riley.
Hey, what's up, Pooter? I'm Casey.
And I'm Lexi.
And we're your guys' co-student body presidents, here to talk to you a little bit about what it takes to be a student body president and kind of what the application process looks like.
Yeah, like Casey said, we're here to kind of give you some pointers and some advice if you are interested in running for student body president. And kind of the biggest thing that I want to emphasize is that a big misconception is that we're just the people on the stage and in the spotlight, which is really untrue. We're doing a lot of behind the scenes. We're always planning for the student leadership class, attending weekly officer meetings. We're always at the events that we put on. We are always in contact with administration as far as events and as far as what we're doing. So really the majority of the work that we do is not in the spotlight and is behind the scenes.
For sure. As Alexi mentioned, it takes work outside of class too. It's not something that you can do during school necessarily. So it takes work outside of class to plan the lessons, to plan the opportunities to grow as a school. That all comes from work outside of this class and work on your free time. But it's definitely worth it if you're willing to make an impact within the student body. Being student body president, you have that position, you have the opportunity. But you have to have the skills needed, and it's very important that you know what work you're going to get into before you apply. So, and we encourage everyone to apply that feels like they have that capability of being a leader, but also it has the ability to grow their leadership skills. So if you're interested, the application process to apply for student body president opens March 1st through April 1st is the campaigning period. However, you do have to apply, as Lexi mentioned, to the student body or to the student leadership class, which it opens February 1st through March 1st. So make sure you apply to that, and then you can run for student body president.
Yeah, so just some big takeaways to be thinking about. You have a little bit of time to think about if you want to be student body president or run for student body president. You need to apply for student leadership first. So you need to go through that application process first, and then March 1st we will get in contact with you if you express interest in that, and we will contact you about what it means to actually run, what the campaigning process looks like. So just have some of those things on your mind. If that sounds like something that's up your alley, be thinking about that and be ready to apply come March 1st to start your campaigning process. So thank you, Pooter.
Yeah, thank you.
We're really excited. I'm really excited for a great campaign this year. So if you're interested, I encourage you to go for it.
Go Paulus.
I remember going to the DMV.
Getting your license?
How did you know?
Just a hunch. If you're interested in getting into sports management, the Colorado Avalanche team is holding a super cool event where you can learn what it takes to run an NHL franchise while hearing from executives from the Colorado Avalanche and Roanoke Sports and Entertainment.
It's going to be on March 31st from 2 to 5:45 p.m. for the presentation. Basic tickets start at $31 a person, and it includes a ticket to that night's game against the Coyotes. Now, Pooter veterans, there are quite a few of you who have watched the PHS News for a long, long time. You may remember a few years ago we had a show, a popular one with Chris as the host, a little show called Separated by a Shrub. Ever since Chris left us, people have been asking us to bring it back, and today we are excited to announce its successor. So get ready for our all-new, crazy talk show hosted by Bryce and Ben called One Rule.
Welcome to One Rule, where the rule is made up and the punishments are a mild inconvenience. In this show, we take one contestant from around the school and subject them to an interview. The catch is, we set one rule per episode that they cannot break. And if they do, well, that's when the fun begins. My name is Bryce, and I will be hosting the show.
And my name is Ben. I'm going to be walking in and out of the room to try and confuse the contestant as well as deliver the punishment.
For this first episode, the rule is you cannot use any dramatic hand gestures during the interview, like I'm doing right now. Alright, so welcome our first contestant, Mr. Cantwell. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
All right, my name is Mr. Cantwell. I teach students here at Pooter High School. I teach economics, government, AP government, current world affairs, and freshman seminar.
So you said that you were doing something in your government class?
Yeah, so obviously it's always important to be an informed member of the electorate and also to be an active participant in our democracy. So in our government classes here at Pooter, mine included, next week the League of Women Voters is coming in to help get students registered to vote. Obviously there's an election coming up in November in 2020, but there's also some primary elections coming up in March here in Colorado. And for the first time, if you are eligible to vote by next November's election, you may participate in the primary. And you can also get pre-registered to vote in Colorado as young as the age of 16. So civic engagement is important, and I would encourage all of you to be voters.
So I understand that you were a football coach here at Pooter for a while?
Yeah, I've coached football here for a decade, and this was actually my first season that I haven't done that. So kind of different.
Yeah. Why did you stop coaching?
Yeah, that's a good question. It was a really tough decision. Just had my second daughter in October. She's 3 months now. Yeah, thank you. I also have a 4-year-old, so time is of the essence, and my time was needed to support my family as my wife works full time as well. So tough choice. I imagine I'll be back coaching at some point in time. I just don't know exactly when.
Yeah. So have you been watching the NFL playoffs at all?
Oh yeah, not as much as usual, but I've been tuning in.
Yeah. Who do you like for the Super Bowl?
Well, I have to say that I think I like the home teams this weekend. So I think the Chiefs and the 49ers will be squaring off in a couple weeks in Miami, and I think we're going to get another Shanahan Super Bowl. I think the 49ers are a little bit more balanced than the Chiefs, and I think they're going to find a way to win that game.
Yeah.
What else is interesting about me?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've been up skiing recently of late. That's one of my favorite activities. I like to cook, like to read, like to run.
Yeah, definitely. All right, twister time.
Did I break the rule?
Yeah, at some point.
Can you tell me what the rule was?
Not yet.
You ever played Twister, Mr. Farewell?
I'm sure I have at some point, but it's been a while.
Alright. Oh, this is so 80s.
You're asking me the questions, I'm just answering?
Yes.
I don't have to think of any questions? Okay.
So, if you could hang out with any cartoon character, who would it be?
Cartoon character?
Yeah.
Left foot blue.
Moana.
The zombie apocalypse is coming. Who are 3 people you would want on your team?
Right hand yellow.
They can be fictional or in real life.
3 people?
Yep.
Oh, I definitely want Eric Eckhoff, Dave Long, Jeremy Johnner. I got to throw Robert Shears in there as well.
Left foot red.
Kate Clifford. What'd you say?
Left foot red.
If you could have dinner with any person, dead or alive, who would it be?
John Favreau.
Pick any superpower. Which one would you choose?
Being able to
Left-hand green.
fly. Left hand green?
Yep. Do you have any good scary stories?
I once had water spilled on me when I was sleeping once, and it
Right hand blue.
felt really scary at the time. Say that again?
Right hand blue.
If you have to sing karaoke, what song would you pick to sing?
Power of Love. Huey Lewis and the News.
Right foot green.
And what is your favorite sport to watch and why?
My favorite sport to watch is football, college or pro. I think it just translates the best to TV. I have a good knowledge of it, so I think I understand what's going on. And it's usually fun and close and exciting and all that type of stuff. So.
All right, and that will wrap it up.
All right.
We hope you're as excited as we are about this new show and what we get to do with it.
And with all of that, it is time to end. Thank you, Pooter High School, for tuning in with us again, and we will see you next time. This has been Tom.
And Riley with your PHS News. Have a great rest of your day, Pooter.